And so the invitation is to take 3 breaths as we invite the bell. I hear you. So good morning and welcome to the Mindfulness Tree Meditation community as we gather again to continue with our book by Thich Nhat Hanh, No Mud, No Lotus. And hi, Mary Ellen, welcome. Come in. And, I think if you've been reading the book, you know that Thich Nhat Hanh writes in a very, very simple way. I mean, it's very accessible. It's not like reading an academic book, but he really speaks to what we endure every day. And so I think that that's really good. So we're going to begin with our opening meditation, ending with open awareness. And then we're going to do walking meditation. And I think everyone has participated in walking meditation so far. Hi. So I'm going to invite you to take your seats as we invite the bell. Oh, and I should mention too, next week we will meet after Labor Day, but then we won't be meeting for the rest of September because we're going to be going to New York. So I'll probably send something out weekly as just maybe a thought so that you can, because I'll have access to Wi-Fi. Listen. The sound of the bell calls us back to our true self. So as we make this transition from visiting, taking our seats, we arrive. We settle. Perhaps the first time today of allowing things to just be as they are, without needing to do, to be the human beings that we are. We remember that we are not human doings, but precious human beings. Allowing ourselves to settle and arrive in the present moment. So noticing the posture, aligning the spine from bottom to top, bringing a sense of dignity, yet a relaxed posture. Aligning our mind and our body to the present moment. Perhaps taking a moment to formulate an intention. What motivates you come on a Tuesday morning, participate, to be present. Perhaps it's for yourself. Perhaps it is for another person or another being, but just take a moment to make this intention. we invite mindfulness. Pali word is sati, which indicates openness, gentleness, softness, spaciousness. Mindfulness welcomes everything. It allows us to be present, not just for ourselves, but for others as we gather in community. Just notice as we invite mindfulness that there may be sounds or sensations that become part of this moment. Feeling of the fan moving air on our skin, sound of the air handlers or sounds coming from outside. But just allow those to be as they arise and they pass away, reminding us that everything arises and passes away. Now bringing attention to the body. Realizing that we bring to this place both body as well as mind. So often we go throughout our life not realizing that we're inhabiting a body, somehow that it is our thinking that defines us. But this body carries us and sustains us. So taking a moment, beginning with the soles of your feet, just make a scan of your body, beginning with the feet, the ankles, the calves, the knees, the upper legs, the seat, torso, the arms and hands, shoulders, neck, back of the head, and face, the top of the head. Perhaps there are some issues with which you endure. See if you can just treat those parts of the body with kindness and curiosity without bringing a story to them or a judgment. Into this awareness of the physical presence, we notice that the body is breathing. I invite you just to take 2 deep inhales and exhales, just to notice where the breath is prevalent in the body. The breath becomes the anchor, place to rest our awareness as we meditate, without any goal, but simply to be with the breath, inhale and exhaling. Perhaps using something that helps you to stay with the breath, such as Agata, breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I calm my mind. Truly, there's no such thing as multitasking when it comes to meditating. And so when we follow the breath, we follow the breath. There's no other agenda. In and out. You're able to concentrate on just one inhale and one exhale. Congratulations, because you've been present for that one breath. Just notice mind wanders, which happens so often. And when you notice that, that is waking up and an invitation to come back. Let's notice too, when the mind becomes distracted, just as Master Thich Nhat Hanh says, it's often a remembering of the past or thinking about the future. But the invitation is to always come right back to the present moment, recognizing that sometimes the mind takes us for a ride. perhaps being surprised at where the mind takes you, and smilingly inviting yourself back. Breath. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I calm my mind. From our chapter this week, we realized that we can say hello to anything that arises, whether it's sorrow or happiness. So I'm going to invite you now to think of a time of sorrow or suffering for yourself or for another. Perhaps using the gata, breathing in, I know suffering is or was there. Breathing out, I say hello to my suffering. It's not blind acceptance, but rather a way of just acknowledging what is present. And instead of pushing it away, simply nod to it, bow to it, say hello. And if it's accessible to you, to imagine opening your arms wide as if you're embracing a child in need of comfort instead of something to be pushed away. Allow sorrow or suffering to rest its head on your shoulder. Perhaps even saying, there, ah, honey. Realizing that even in the deepest of sorrow or suffering is the opportunity for transformation, for it to become the compost, nourish happiness. And happiness here and now, even with suffering. Breathing in, I know suffering is there. Breathing out, I say hello to myself. You're staying with this image or allowing it to just pass away. We move into open awareness. Following the breath, breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I calm my mind. And rest in this present moment. Now, as we make our transition from formal sitting meditation to walking meditation, I'm going to share with you a poem, way of preparing, entitled Walk Slowly by Dana Pauls. It only takes a reminder to breathe, a moment to be still. And just like that, something in me settles, softens, makes space for imperfection. The harsh voice of judgment drops to a whisper. And I remember again that life isn't a relay race. That we will all cross the finish line. That waking up to life is what we were born for. As many times as I forget catching myself charging forward without even knowing where I'm going, at many times I can make the choice to stop, breathe, and be, and walk slowly into the mystery. Thank you for your practice. And now we're transitioning into walking meditation in the sanctuary. And Heather, will you stay? So if anybody's leaving their belongings or phones or anything like that, Heather will be here in the room. And so as we go into the sanctuary, just the instruction that we take a path and stop. And then when you hear the bell, begin to walk. And walking slowly or however is available to you. And as you get to the end, to stop and to turn around and begin again. And remembering that the purpose of our walking meditation is simply walk. No other goal. So please.
Yeah, it was like,
Are you one that he's like